look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indianapolis. Today, a good battle in the AFC. It's the Denver Broncos and the Indianapolis Colts. With Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico, and this is Spencer Schrader to get things rolling. Off we go from downtown Indy. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Play action now. It's Nix. That's caught left side by Ingram. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
Off he goes. And he'll give himself up here, but it's a gain of 5 on first down.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 5. Off the play fake, here's Nix. He's got his receiver. It's Cortland Sutton. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. Good for a Denver first down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right.
And he will get into the end zone. Cortland Sutton, touchdown Broncos. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Broncos 7, Colts nothing.
So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. Ashton Doolin now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jones going to throw right away. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. That's good for a Colts first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down. Just a great example of not only the anticipation, but the instincts to go break that pass up. Like you can see, he's clearly looking at the quarterback's eyes, and once that ball was delivered, he's just attacking it and breaking it up.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Gun, it's Jones. Forced out wide. And they'll take this down inside the 35. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Jones, to hang on to it here. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of the first down. A pickup of 9.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Jones keeping this one. The defense not fighting. They stay at home and they tackle him for no gain.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him. And in this case, they're able to hold him to no gain.
Little quick pass to the receiver heading left. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play. So after 1, it's the Broncos with the early lead. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. The Colts with the football to start this 2nd quarter. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. As we are ready to get back underway. Shotgun now for Jones. He'll step up and run this. That is a gain of 15, and now it's 1st and goal.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. That's the tight end, Mo Cox. And a good job to make sure he didn't get loose. Brought down around the 7.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
A give, running right, it's Taylor. And this defense trying to stiffen. He gets back to the line, and that is it. 3rd and goal coming up.
So on 2nd down, they try to hammer it in on the ground, Mike, but now on 3rd and goal, I don't think you had any choice but to put this ball in your quarterback's hands and test this defense through the air.
Jones now on 3rd and goal. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop. And they come out with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Broncos offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. opening carry of the game, it's J.K. Dobbins. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one.
An 8-yard gain brings up second down at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's second and a yard. A run with Dobbins. And we'll bring this up to the 48-yard line, and that's a first down.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
And it'll be forced out of bounds just a couple yards short of the first down. That's a pickup of 8. From the 44-yard line, here's second and 1. He'll give it to Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. From the 35, it's first and 10. RPO, quick throw. There's Sutton. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. Here comes third down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
A 46-yard attempt.
What's his kick?
The kick
Is good. And the Broncos will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. On the return, it's Doolin. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Colts offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll start out first down and 10. Working from the gun, it's Jones. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half.
At the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for first and 10. They'll work the middle here with Taylor. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Jones to throw. Going right sideline and complete. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
And nice work there. He'll go into a slide and gain about 7.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
To throw is Jones. There he goes again. The Colts will signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw is Jones. He's got a receiver. That's Michael Pittman.
Complete to Michael Pittman. A 5-yard gain. Brings up 2nd down.
So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. 3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. Anthony Gould now to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Colts offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll start with Taylor. Yeah. Inside the 40. Inside the 20. And he is gone. 72 yards. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That was some kind of run, Greg. We saw him break a tackle and then use his elusiveness to get to the end zone for the score.
Mike, for me, it's all watching his feet. I mean, look at him work. His ability to make guys miss in the open field is special. And I'll tell you what, that play, it was something to watch.
14. Broncos 10.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Jaleel McLaughlin now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. With a solid start so far. Touchdown and a field goal on their first 2 possessions. They'll go play action with Nix. That is caught, and it's Troy Franklin. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 3 from the 33. Now it's Dobbins. Won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Here's 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a third down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on third down? Third downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better. Well, that was a nice looking grab. Really nice footwork there on the sideline to stay in bounds, but after all that, it's still not going to result in very much.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 9. They'll throw. It's Nix. That's taken in by Franklin. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Third and 2. Here we go. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. He'll try to run for it.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
Here's Dobbins. And he'll work his way down inside the 40. That's Charvarius Ward, able to make the play.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down at the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Nick's going to look to throw. That is brought in. And he'll take this one in. Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Denver.
He's lined up one-on-one, and it's a mismatch from the very beginning. He's just so fast, so big. He's kind of part tight end, part wide receiver, and when you have that type of skill set, it's just going to be hard to stop.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. On the return, it's Doolin. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Here's the Indianapolis offense. Now as they get set to take over once more, they'll begin with 1st and 10. Now, Jones. That one, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
He takes off. Good idea there to cover up at the end. He's able to use his legs and pick up 8.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd reads, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
Jones looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He'll try and get there on the ground. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. So, on fourth down, the Colts send out Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. And back deep is Marvin Mims. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Ground, here's Dobbins. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a 1st down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
It's 1st down, and they'll run. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. That's over the middle to the tight end Ingram. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Back to throw is Nix. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
This one up on the ground. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. So, right out of the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go. Well, a touchdown here could be the capper to a victory. It is 1st and goal. Here's a run. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. And quickly, the clock stops again. Defense taking the timeout. $1:54 to go. Here now, second down and goal. Here's a designed run. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Third and goal coming up. And now we get a timeout by the defense. So the clock stops with 1:50 left in the game. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. They'll drop to throw. They set up the screen for Dobbins.
I'm an aggressive guy by nature, Mike, so whenever I get fourth and short in plus territory, I want to go for it. You're not going to win many games in this league settling for field goals. You have to capitalize when you find yourself in a position to score.
Here comes Will Lutz in a big spot. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. And this one right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. Here's Boole on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So Daniel Jones and the Colts down 20-14. Exactly a minute remains. They need a touchdown. Field goal is worthless now as they come up with 1st and 10. Now Jones. A short pass taken in by Warren. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. That's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
Right back to Warren again. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Look at that. Slinged it across his body and connected. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. So it is a win for the visiting Broncos. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.